This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Cops pin St. Elizabeth double murder to gang feud. The St. Elizabeth police are reporting that a gang feud is behind the parish's latest double murder, stemming from the shooting of 5 persons at a bar near Black River on Friday night. Those killed have been identified as a 38-year-old taxi operator and a shop owner, Marlon Gager, of Spring Park in Black River, and a 34-year-old bartender, Samantha Johnson, of a Spanish Town St. Catherine address. Reports are that at approximately 10:40 p.m. on Friday, gunmen went to the Spring Park community where they opened a fire, shooting 5 persons. Gager died on the spot while Johnson succumbed to her injuries in hospital. It is an intra-gang conflict that is causing the violence in the Spring Park community. It was one group, but now there is a breakaway, theorized the Superintendent Dwight Daly. He told the news that the police were on patrol in the area when they heard the gunshots, but by the time they rushed to the scene, the attackers had already escaped. The incident pushed the parish's homicide figure to 18 since the start of the year. According to statistics provided by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, 16 murders were recorded in St. Elizabeth between January 1 and May 7 this year, compared to 9 for the same period last year. What I am going to do now is to put additional resources into the space so we can cover a wider area and have a permanent police presence to stop the bloodletting, Daly said. We can't just patrol Spring Park. We have to go to adjoining communities where members of the criminal group reside. While not revealing the name of the gang they suspect is responsible for Friday night's attack, the police said the members of this gang have been operating in the area for a very long time and are responsible for several murders and robberies in the St. Elizabeth Police Division. This gang is responsible for a number of major break-ins in the division and island-wide. They specialize in poker boxes. Anywhere there is a poker box, they are coming for it, and they are a group of professional breakers, said Daly. It is a very dangerous gang and we have to destroy it. We are not going to stop until it is done. Daly also said that the gang was suspected to be responsible for another double murder, as well as the rape of a bartender on April 12 this year in Malvern. Those victims were 36-year-old Mikhail James of Mount Pleasant in Malvern and a man known only as Courtney of Santa Cruz. It's most unfortunate to know that this incident has reached this level, where in one night 5 persons can be shot, said Derek Sangster, mayor of Black River, when contacted by the news. Police fatal shooting sparks anger in Montego Bay. The Independent Commission of Investigations has commenced a probe into the police fatal shooting of a man in Montego Bay, St. James on Friday night, which resulted in angry residents staging a fiery protest along sections of Hart, Makati, and Barnett Streets on Saturday morning. The deceased has been identified as a 33-year-old Kadmar Beadle of a Hart Street address. The cop reportedly involved in the incident was stabbed and had to be admitted to hospital. The police reported that at about 11:45 p.m. on Friday, a group of plainclothes officers entered Cherries Bay along Jared Street and an argument developed between Beadle and one of the officers. During the confrontation, the officer received a stab wound to his abdomen, which allegedly led him to shoot Beadle. The police were summoned and both the injured cop and Beadle were rushed to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where Beadle died while undergoing surgery. Residents on Saturday launched a protest, claiming that Beadle was killed in cold blood. One eyewitness told the news that he believes that had the officer declared himself to be a policeman, the incident could have been avoided. "Him a good man, very hard-working, kind, loving and care for all him youth them," said the mother of one of Beadle's children. "Him is not a troublemaker, and if the officer never chuck him first, him wouldn't chuck him back, and this would never happen." The woman, who did not wish to be named, comforted her weeping daughter as she called for justice. She said that Beadle had 5 children, including an infant. Following the incident, Indicom issued a call for witnesses to give statements. Indicom has visited and carried out the processing of the scene and is advising family members to encourage persons gathered to discontinue their protest and to visit Indicom office at Praise Concourse Plaza in Montego Bay, St. James, To share any information that may have been seen or heard in relation to the incident, Director of Complaints at the Indicom's Western Office, Errol Chatu, told the news. The police also visited the scene and encouraged the protesters to desist from blocking the roadway, but they persisted for some time. This is a very unfortunate situation, a cop told the news. Portland records increase in COVID-19 cases. The rise in COVID-19 cases island-wide is now being reflected in Portland, and the parish officials are being warned to take steps to stem the increase. The concern was raised by Medical Officer of Health for Portland, Dr. Sharon Lewis, while addressing the monthly meeting of the Portland Municipal Corporation on Thursday. There has been a significant jump in Jamaica's COVID-19 case count, with the Health Ministry on Friday confirming 276 infections from 2,534 samples. This resulted in a positivity rate of 28.2%. Dr. Lewis says there are now 5 active COVID cases in Portland. For this year so far, most of the cases were in January, 759, which is 89.8% of the cases this year. And those cases constituted 22.8% of the total number of cases for the parish. We have had a 97% recovery rate. This data is up to Tuesday, May 10. Unfortunately, we have had 93 deaths. Dr. Lewis disclosed that COVID-19 cases in Portland continue to be closely monitored. With regards to the weekly positivity rate, from the first week of April, we were at 1.3% of the results being positive. As of the first week of May, we have seen an increase, and we are watching to see what direction the figures will go, she said. Bedward Gardens is still unsettled after triple murder. The community of Bedward Gardens in St. Andrew is still reeling from a triple murder that jolted residents in the wee hours of Saturday, April 30. 2 weeks after the incident, residents told the news that the community remains tense, and they say, sadly, they are expecting the worst. A businessman whose shop the victims had gone to buy drinks after returning from a party the morning told the news that most of the residents have stopped visiting the shop, especially after dark. 2 of the victims were attacked outside his shop. Their bloodstains he has had to cover with dirt. The community tense same way. The community 100% tense. And not now going for the business right now. People stop come here, especially at nights. One or few people come during the day same way. And I give thanks for those customers who come. But business drop at least 55% right now. The man said, noting that he narrowly escaped death as he had closed the shop mere minutes before he heard the explosions. The man, who said he nervously took cover inside under the cupboard, said it is evident that residents are anticipating a domino effect. People just don't know if a second incident will happen. We are in the ghetto, so we just have to try and don't let things stress we. We just have to move on with our life. Nobody knows when for them time, he added. When the news visited the community on April 30, the shop had multiple bullet holes. Inside, bullet holes were also evident on a cupboard and a refrigerator. Reports are that about 4 a.m., thugs pounced upon 24-year-old Rashida Boppy Edwards, 18-year-old Keno Brains Ray, and their friend who was identified as Jackson at a shop in the community. Police were alerted, and when they arrived, Edwards, Ray, and Jackson were discovered lying outside the shop, a dirt track vicinity near a football field, with gunshot wounds. They were assisted to the hospital, where they were pronounced dead. One woman told the news that she has been on the edge ever since. Nobody don't know what can happen next or even when, because the 3 of them seem like they were targets. Them just come back from a party and it is just too strange that they were killed like that, she said. It still feel like yesterday everything happened, or even like it was this morning. It still feel fresh and we still feel it because you them lose them life just like that. It's not like them did they out on the main road or deep in a bush away from everybody. This happened in the heart of the place. Another resident said the community is devastated, saying they were just getting used to nighttime entertainment following the lifting of COVID-19 restrictions. You don't catch anybody out a door at nighttime like that. Nobody not so crazy. Remember no one man dead, them come and shoot up the place and kill 3 people. So if them come again and you there beside the wrong person, it likely say you're dead too. As so people think now, the woman lamented. She marvels at the fact that criminals made it past the soldiers at a zone of special operations point at the River Bottom Road in the vicinity of Bedward Gardens. That show anybody that anything is possible, because criminals don't care. If them want kill Tom, Dick or Harry, nothing now go stop them, and whoever get caught in the crossfire, so be it. That is where Jamaica reach now, she said. Since the start of the year, there have been 28 murders and 17 shootings in the St. Andrew Central Police Division. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.